welcome to another episode of Class in Session. Today we have a very special guest. She is all the way in Kuwait. I am so grateful to have you here with me, Miss Carleen. Thank you so much for joining me.
The pleasure is all mine.
And just to double check, I know I asked you earlier off camera, but how are you today?
I think I'm good under the circumstances. I guess we all know what's happening in this part of the world, but under the circumstances, I am doing okay.
Okay, and we're grateful for that. All right, let's get started. Take us all the way back. What did your teaching life look like in Jamaica?
My teaching life started when I was, 17 years old. So it spanned over 30 years in the classroom in Jamaica, from kindergarten straight up to grade 6. My longest stint serving at the grade 6 level. Well, I acted as vice principal for a while, yes.
Tell me about all of those huge milestones that you achieved.
Well, I started as pre-trained teacher, went to the Michael College part-time.
Don't start.
Yes. You look here. Don't do this. Went to the Michael College part-time. Graduated from the Michael College. Then, I became
I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then I became a trained teacher. I worked at Manningsville. I did my teaching practice at Manningsville Primary at the time. That's in St. Andrew. And then I left from there and I went to, I don't even remember. I think I went to Tarrant. And then from Tarrant, I went to DuPont Primary, where I basically stayed all my teaching life, because my life at DuPont spanned over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes. At DuPont, that was basically where my teaching life was formed. I was in grade 1, I taught grade 4, grade 5, and then my final landing in grade 6, I became grade 6 coordinator, senior teacher. I acted as vice principal for a while. Yeah.
That's quite a career. Quite a bit of experience that you must have garnered from, just...
Yes, I have learned a lot.
Yeah. Why Kuwait? Or before we even get to why, how did you transition from Jamaica to Kuwait? How did you even get there?
I can tell you, it must be only God, because when we look at the cultural diversity in and of itself alone, the adaptation was like a 360 degree. And initially, my friend and I, we were not planning for Kuwait. We thought about going to the US. And, in terms, we looked at the behavior actually of students in the US. You hear about it all the time on the news. And I know my temperament. They call me Red Dragon at the point. I don't play.
Right.
So, I'm saying with all of the bad behavior and stuff, and then we just looked at Kuwait. It's a Muslim country. The behavior is not perfect, but it is way better in comparison. And we just took a shot at it. Well, my friend mostly, because she was the one who was pushing it. We took a shot at it, and it worked out. It was tedious at the beginning, even getting the documents ready, because coming to this part of the world is not something that is right at the front of a library or somewhere you can just go get information. Getting your documents and knowing where to go and who to go to was really a challenge, especially when we got to the last part of getting our documents certified. We had to send them to the US because we don't have any embassy here. So the process was quite tedious, but a good learning experience.
About how long did it take you from start to finish to be approved to work in Kuwait?
It took us probably about 3 months, because we started probably about the February or March thereabouts, and we went through the summer and we left in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess my mind is looking at still the why. Because I know every Jamaican, most of us, we only have 3 countries in mind. We have America, we have Canada, or we have England.
That's true.
So, at what point, for your friend to even suggest Kuwait, of all places, I just think it is like a ram in the bush kind of. It's a very strange place to land.
I think, like me, she's a thinker out of the box. That's one. Number 2, living in Kuwait, the package on the teacher side was not bad because you're provided with living accommodation. You do not pay bills. When you compare that to the United States, you have all of that to take care of on your own.
Yes.
A staff bus is provided to take you to work. Mind you, you pay a fee. But when you added up all of that, it was way better. Now, when I acted as vice principal, the salary that I'm getting now is more than when I acted as vice principal.
Wow.
Stepping up the ladder in the education system anywhere is like a bottleneck. You can just be senior teacher, vice principal, principal. A school can only have 1 principal.
Right.
A grade 5 school might only have 2 principals. I acted as vice principal, and there was nothing else for me to do in that job because we had 2 permanent vice principals, and so there was nothing more to gain or to experience there because I think I accomplished it all. Not saying that there wasn't growth for more. There was growth for more somewhere else.
Right.
And another crucial decision factor for me was my 3rd daughter wants to do law. With my current salary in Jamaica, and I'm now a widow, I would not be able to afford to send her to law school. My eldest, that's my first daughter, she wanted to do law, and we could not afford it. And so I was not about to just sit and say, oh, this is deja vu for it to happen again. So my first daughter had to settle for doing something else that I could pay, because I strongly don't believe that a child should start life with a student loan hanging over their heads.
I agree.
It was my belief that, for their first degree at least, I'm going to pay for it out of pocket. And having put through 2 of them through university without them owing $1, and then thinking, oh, this last child wants to do law, and I still can't afford it. And that was one of the propelling whys for me, because I'm saying, no, this cannot happen twice. And even if I borrowed money in Jamaica to send her to school, I would be able to borrow the first year. On a teaching salary, miss, how are you going to qualify to get a loan for the 2nd year? So, it's really to fulfill that dream for me, not having to repeat and to live that torture again of not being able to afford my child their dream of wanting to do what they really wanted to do.
Yes. So you moved to Kuwait. How long have you been there?
This is my 3rd year.
Okay. I was there assuming that you've been there for like 15 about years.
This is my 3rd year.
Your 3rd year. What are some of the culture shocks that you've experienced since being there?
When I came off the plane, that's the very first day, I saw everybody in these black shrouds. You read about it, but let me not call this shroud. They're actually abayas.
Okay.
And hijabs. You read about it, but when you actually see it, oh my goodness, that was like, whoo. And then going to work, my wardrobe had to totally change. You don't show your arms. You like what I'm wearing now, I'd have to have something else inside, so you're basically totally covered. Pentecostal Christian kind of.
Yes.
Not in a bad way, but that was, and your clothes had to be loose. You had to ensure that your form and your figure was not pronounced. And, you know, as Black people, because I'm Black, you know, as Black people, yes, I need to put that in there. Yes, Black. And as Black people, you know, we're endowed with a lot of buttons, so you have to ensure that, you know, you're properly covered.
Yes.
And